Hello, my name is Warren Zoller, and I'm here to talk to you about draft horses. Before I begin, I'd like to ask you guys a question. Every day you wake up and think of this certainty. The sun will rise, the sun will set, you will always be you. But what if one day you were to wake up and you could be more than that? You could change. You could be something else besides yourself. Now in the heat of the moment as I ask this, you may not know the answer to this question, but I can, and I will answer it. I would choose to be a draft horse. Now some of you may ask, why a draft horse? Well, there are many reasons. Primarily because I believe it embodies me. And through this embodiment in my dream, I created this sculpture. Now, this sculpture represents more than many people think. Yes, it's just a plain white horse on a pedestal, but really it envisions more than that. I believe it represents the solidarity of the horse, the braveness, the courage, the commitment. Now, people ask, how can a horse be all these things? Well, in the history of Earth, horses have been many uses, but the draft horse in particular has had many. Dating back to AD 43, the draft horse was first captured by humans. Originally it was used just for food, but they soon realized it could be used for more than that. It could be used to plow the fields, to reduce the labor that man has to do. And later in history, they realized it could be used for entertainment in the medieval times, where they used them to joust. Knights would ride upon them and compete in front of thousands of fans, just in the name of entertainment. This also translated in the battlefield, where they were a main use as a weapon up until World War II, whenever the mesh of tanks came along. Now, in modern times, yes, their role has depleted. Now they're used mostly for showmanship and horse events such as carriage, drawing, and carts, and even in beer commercials if you know what Budweiser is. But also, there's another group that they're very important to, the Amish. The Amish use them for pretty much everything. Plow their fields, for transportation, for toys for their kids, because that's all they can do, because they don't use electricity, so this is their main way of life. Now, in creating the sculpture, I had two pieces of art that really influenced me in creating it. The first being Training for the Pool by Paul Croft. This piece to me speaks about the commitment and the power of draft horses. Please note how there are two horses pulling a man. You know, not a very big thing, but still, two horses pulling a man with clearly some weight. That's just raw power. And it also shows that horses can bring more of a friendliness to people. He looks happy in this painting. He looks like something so simple is bringing much joy. And also I'd like to note the fine detail that Paul Croft used in the horses, clearly representing the pride that this man takes in his, and the artist takes in the breed itself. Now the other piece is Draft Horses in the Lumber Mill by the Forest of Druids by Alfred Munnings. This piece is a rather old painting, created out in World War II, but still a very unique piece. It has two black horses, draft horses, percherons to be exact, standing in the middle of a bustling lumberyard, showing that these horses can stay calm, collected, and be proper even in the worst situations. Really speaking about the breed itself, which is what the breed is known for. It's known to be calm, collected, and actually very good with people. Now, with this information that I presented to you guys, I really mentioned my dream in the beginning, but I really didn't explain what it was. To me, my dream is if I were a horse, I would live in medieval times. I would be Sir Lancelot's horse. They would call me Sir Clyde the Great, rushing through battlefields, rushing in front of millions of competitors, all in the name of bringing joy to people. That's it. That's all I have.